Hello and welcome back to the Pontiac C10. Now I got some work to do to it. Parts are starting to pile up. Before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff. Hit the notification. It helps the channel. And I'd like to get this done. If you want to see it done, just make sure you hit the make sure you comment, subscribe, notification, because it does help. Now what I'm going to do today is some suspension work. I actually got some parts in for suspension. I figured why not, because the block is at the machine shop. Cylinder heads from Kaufman are being done right now. I picked a cam. They're putting springs and match the cams on the head right there. I figured that was the best option. But we know right here, you see the ride height. Tire profiles are different. That's going to be changing once I get new tires on it. It's going to be a taller profile on the back because the 295/50s are cool, they're wide, but on a 15-inch rim, you don't really get any taller. And I don't want to put a smaller profile on the front because it's going to look funny as a truck. So now the plan is, since I saw where it's sitting with this setup, 2.5-inch spindles, 1-inch spring, with just the engine block and the heads, which are cast iron heads, it's set down quite a bit lower to where the valance down there, I could not get my big melon under it. May not seem like a big deal, but I got a set of brand new stock springs that I had bought and had on here and then changed my mind. But after seeing where it set with just the engine block and heads, even though I'm going aluminum heads, they'll be a little bit lighter. Doesn't take away from that point. Now one thing I'm going to need for this is the new bump stop for here. That one was just rotted and fell off. New shocks on. Well, not yet, but you know, it's there. This one, it was a lowering shock, but I shouldn't be able to do that easy. So, yeah, it's almost the same length, almost. This one's just a little bit longer than this 2-inch drop one, which I got a 2.5-inch drop, so should be all right. You okay there? Gave me some ugly duggies. Okay. We're gonna give this one some ugly duggies. Well, maybe not. Oh man. Well, I didn't want to do it. But, dang it. I gotta put the new mount on there because that bolt's actually stripped. Definitely a lot easier without the engine in here. So I'm used to the stock ones on this style truck. Now the parts truck that I parted out not too long ago, it's got a style like this where it's round. And then you gotta put the nut on there. Now I'm just like, well, crap-oli, because it's easier to hold with a wrench and hit it with the impact, but yeah, it is what it is. Now only being 1 inch, it's not gonna be that much different, but that's fine, because that's what I wanted. So without the engine in there, you add, said it'll be aluminum headed. Probably add 300 pounds there. Of course, there also is no transmission. That would bring it down a little bit because there's weight. No engine, no transmission. So engine, transmission, radiator, hood, alternator, power steering pump, starter, distributor, intake, carburetor, core support, headlights, horns. I'm going to say another 500 to 600 pounds on the front end. And then those springs will settle. I think it'll be all right. I think we're good. Time for the rear shocks, which, shocking, it's got stop shocks and it's been somehow lowered in the back. So, I don't know. They seem like they have some life in them. I may put them on the daily driver just to put some shocks on. I don't remember if I ever changed shocks. They're probably worn out by now, I figure. But whatever. I'll go ahead and get these new shocks on here and that'll be done. Now here's a fun game I always like to play with putting in the shocks. The fronts weren't bad, but the backs, well, yeah, they're not going to be bad either, but they got the strap on them. And I could jack it up right here, which I probably will. Bring it up and then cut that. Or, sometimes it's fun to play the game of, can I cut the strap and then hopefully it will just shoot into place. Haha! Did it! Alright, so I've never had one of these trucks new, and well, this is the first time I've ever had new springs. Used new shocks before, but new shocks and new springs. New control arm bushings for upper and lower. Everything's new, and gosh, that's stiff. Holy crap. I kind of feel like I got the wrong shocks, but they are 2-inch drop. I'm running a 2.5-inch spindle. I think that would be all right. All right, now this right here should be one heck of an improvement. And this is a 1.25 inch front sway bar off that C35. So not only does this not have one on it, it's also much larger than the ones that would have came on the C10s and 20s. So this should be a pretty decent upgrade. Now, not to mention, I have these energy suspension polyurethane bushings, and they're greasable. Okay. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm getting older. I don't know. I used to always just take these freaking sway bars out of here and chunk them and sell them because, well, it was extra weight. I didn't want to carry extra weight. That was my thought. And I'll just steer the truck myself. But, you know, I was always running a small block. Now, with the Pontiac, it's got a lot of torque, especially what I'm building. Extra weight won't be a problem. But also, handling will definitely need to be up, so, yeah. There it is in all its glory. Of course, all that bronzish color is not painted because, you know, I wanted it all painted, but yeah. There we go. Now the last thing to install is my brand new Borgson steering shaft. I got that end off. I'm trying to get it up on that end. Make sure the splines fit, which they're going to be tight, but they fit, which that's a good thing. Now these are kind of universal and will have to be cut down because all vehicles conform to public specification. Test fit this assembly in your truck before painting or altering any way. Yada yada yada. And I bought this 2 years ago, so it's a little bit past. Yeah. But it does fit on the splines. That end right there is a little bit tight, but I think I can do it. What I need to do, because this is a collapsible, which is good. The other factory one is too. But instead of having a rag joint, such as this original rag joint here, and this one's in alright shape actually, we went U-joint, which felt to be better. Now I know a lot of people do that Jeep swap. Yeah, I think it's Jeep swap. But I just went ahead and bought this which is pretty heavy duty, so that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna get up here and with it fully extended, see what I need to cut. Now I gotta admit something here. Getting that joint on the steering column there was kind of a pain. And I'm not gonna say that it's Borgson's fault at all. Just for the simple fact that I just test fitted it, by the way. It seems to me I had issues. Well, it didn't seem to me. What am I thinking here? It did happen. I had issues actually getting the old one off. Like it was almost you had to use something like a slide hammer in a sense to get it off of there. It's ridiculous how aggressively tight it was for some unknown reason. And so that new Borgson did not fit correctly. Which could have been like a huge number of issues, but it seems like that thing is the issue, and well, you know, whatever. It is what it is. It's done now. And we can move on. And that should just slide back on pretty easy. Right where it was. Let's see, as long as that set screw goes through that hole, it's perfect. And there we go. And it goes right in there. Well, except one problem. Let me fix it. Is the burrs on the end where I cut it. Okay, there. Now it should slide pretty easy. Then what I'm going to do, I'll try to get it up in there, paint the set screw hole, pull it back out, drill through it to get the set screw to go all the way through it. I need to size up. And there it is, all painted up. Nice and pretty. No more rag joint. Probably a better collapsible steering shaft. Probably stronger than factory, I'm sure. So, huge upgrade. 1.25" sway bar off that C3500 camper special I bought a while back. I decided to save that for myself. I'm glad I did. Rear sway bar probably ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna get rid of it because it's too big and I got traction bars. Springs are in, stock height, so with the 2.5" spindles, that's still lower. 2" drop shocks should work fine with the 2.5" spindles. Still a little firm, but whatever. Got the valance bolted back up because if you remember, there's a little holes didn't line up, so I was under them, and now there's actually room. Since it's sitting a little higher, I can actually get up under there. I did that. Everything's painted. I guess the next thing to do is the rear end, which I got Moser axles I got a limited slip carrier, 342 gears, all that good stuff. Whew. So that's yeah, it's gonna be fun. And it's 90 degrees and humidity at probably around 80% right now, so it's kind of warm, a little toasty. Whew. I know a lot of y'all complain about 100-degree weather in other areas. Come here and complain. Come here and try it. This humidity will get most of y'all. But if I go somewhere like up north or to the desert, I'm like a fish without water because I'm so used to the humidity that I go out there and I dry up. Whew. The humidity will get you here though. It will. It amplifies it. So I'm gonna call being outside today done because yeah, this is too much. I'm not used to it yet. Next month or two, 90 degrees and 80% humidity will feel cold compared to what it will be. So yay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode as always. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you on the next episode.